Hey everyone, it's Andrew with Valk 9 Designs, and we are back. Just doing kind of a quick video for you all. We're covering swirls. These swirls are a big feature in my designs, and I like to utilize them for a lot of different aspects. And here you're going to see me utilizing some of the 2x1 rectangular wire to start building some swirls over this obsidian fox carving that we're setting into this custom piece. Normally I don't film my customs, but this client is getting this for himself, so it's not a gift for anyone, and he's pretty much seen the process and all that, so I'm not too worried about anyone seeing it who shouldn't see it. One of the first things I do when I'm building my swirls is I attach my swirl wires to the frame. I don't build my swirl before and then attach it. I attach the wire, then build the swirl. And as you can see, I like to use my finger as kind of a base, and I try to let the wire bend as naturally as I can. I feel like a natural curve to a wire looks better than something forced. I will make some minor adjustments with some flat needle nose pliers or the nylon covered pliers. Those are really, really nice. As I start to get the curve formed, I will make adjustments to hold the stone in place if I am utilizing it as a setting component. And as I get the first base of that swirl going, I would start over on the next swirl and make a progression, creating the two swirls that you see that we're holding in that obsidian fox. I also wanted to show you guys a little bit of how I make these curves on the side here. This is where I start using the nylon pliers a lot, because it helps reduce tool marks, and so it makes your polishing take not nearly as long as it would if you were to be using just the needle nose pliers, because those tend to leave some more tool marks than I would prefer. I like to have the outer curved wire follow my inner curved wire, so whichever gauge of wire that I'm using first to design the swirl, I'll lay that down, and then I'll have my other wires follow suit along that curve. Now here I'm just making some minor adjustments to this to help balance it out with the other swirl that I added on the other side. I feel like these add kind of an almost filigree element to the design. There's a lot of adjustments to go on that thing. But I will use the pliers to make any minute adjustments I need, especially when I'm doing a symmetrical piece, because you want those top two swirls to balance out and look as even as possible. Now that we've gotten our main swirls set on this piece, it's time to do our inner swirls around those, the larger 2x1 millimeter wire. And then, when I'm ready to start my inner swirls, I will attach the wire that will be outlining my larger swirl first. It's kind of constructed from the outer in. So we've got our larger 2x1 millimeter wire, and then now I'm using a 21 gauge square, half hard, to fill in that inner swirl, and I'm just lining it along that swirl. Someone had asked me before why I use half hard over dead soft. I feel that half hard adds a more solid build to any piece than dead soft, just because dead soft is more manipulated. I feel like the half hard allows a piece to have just more sturdiness to it, is honestly my preference. So then you can just continue making adjustments until that inner swirl is lining right along the outer swirl. And then one thing I like to do is just curve these back down. It just kind of makes another little design element that I appreciate. And once that's ready to go, we can take our other 21 gauge square. You can also use 20 gauge or 22 gauge square, 18 gauge square. I just prefer to use square for these because they're a bit sturdier and because of the aesthetic they provide over the round wire. Tucking in our ends on the back frame. I did not do any bars on this piece. I just attached all of my ends to the frame, and it actually ended up being pretty flush and really good. So it worked out really nice. And then kind of the same process, once we've got our innermost wire attached to our frame, we can start to line it around the other swirls that we've created. The shine on this obsidian is really cool. It's a green obsidian fox, and so in the light it shimmers green. Really interesting stuff. I've seen mostly gold and red, and so this one was a really cool project to take on. But just continue swirling that inner wire, and you can open it up to go whichever direction you want. If you're going to do like a spiral weave detail, then you've built your base for that. Or you can even just continue adding swirls until you've got a lot of straight lines coming out of there and use those to set other stones or anything else that you really want to do. But yeah, I hope you all really enjoyed this video. I wanted to do a quick demonstration of the swirls since it's one of my most featured elements. Have a great day!